Hello, Americans. I'm Paul Harvey. You know what the news is. In a minute, you're going to hear the rest of the story. Now, the rest of the story. His name is William West, tried, convicted, sent to Leavenworth for life. It's his first day in the notorious Kansas Big House, or is it? Because, you see, when Bill reports to the warden says, "What are you doing here? Get back to your cell." Bill says, "I've not yet been assigned a cell, sir." The warden says, "Nonsense, West, you've been here for 2 years." And then he repeats, "Get back to your cell." But the two men just stand there staring into each other's eyes, and convict William West is insistent. He'd been sentenced only recently, he told Warden McClotty. He had just arrived at Leavenworth. Now the warden is getting angry. He's about to summon a guard when West said, "Why would I lie?" And that, of course, was a good question, good enough to consider the possibility that the con standing before Warden McClotty has gone stir-crazy. "Well, wait a minute," the warden said. "I'm going to show you your file." And he showed him his file. And there, in statistics and photographs, was Leavenworth lifer William West staring back from the pages at his incredulous self. Bill, astonished, shook his head. "I don't understand," he kept saying over and over. The warden said, "Look, I'll take your body measurements and compare those to your records." And he did that, too. Bill's body dimensions matched those of the man in the warden's file precisely. So, either West had somehow forgotten 2 years of his life, or there were two of him. Fact of the matter was the latter. There were two convicts at Leavenworth who unbelievably yet undeniably were as identical twins. No relation, but the same height, the same weight, the same face, even the same name. William West. One had begun serving his life sentence 2 years previous. One had just arrived. It was Warden McClotty who figured out how to figure it out by employing a radical new method scoffed at by courts, scoffed at by law enforcement officials, but it worked. In fact, the Leavenworth coincidence attracted so much attention that Warden McClotty's solution thereafter steadily gained acceptance among lawmen everywhere. For once upon a hard time at Leavenworth Penitentiary in 1903, a new con on the cell block came face to face with himself, with his double, in features, in measurements, and even in name. His human duplicate in every way but one. And that one significant difference would make all the difference in matters of crime and punishment forever after. For if you've ever wondered who was the first American to be identified by fingerprints, you now know there were two. A convict named Bill West and a convict named Bill West. Now you know the rest of the story.